Hello, Dragons. Welcome to another episode of DNN. I'm your host, John Brown.
And I'm your not-so-brand-new co-host, Jackson Pruce.
If you watched a couple weeks back, you would know that we sent 10 DHS wrestlers off to the state wrestling tournament. We are a little delayed with the results, but here they are. We have 2 out of the 4 girls that medaled. Cheyenne Kincaid and Milena Drummond both got second place in their respective weight classes. And for the boys, we had 3 of the 6 that medaled. Brenton Drummond with 3rd, Levi Huck with 3rd, and Landon Tomlinson was 6th. Congratulations to all the wrestlers for making it this state.
Last week, the DeSoto Dragons robotics team went up to Chaffetz Arena to participate in the St. Louis Regionals. They took the robot Ducksworth, which was controlled by Drive Team members Lucas Yonkman, Quade Pruitt, and Dominic Fieser. They were able to gather up the funds for a new drive system, which they hope will bring them far in competition. We got an exclusive look at Ducksworth, as well as some of the team members.
So I'm here with Mr. Wallace. How long have you been with the robotics team?
I have been here for all 8 years of the program. In fact, I was the original mentor that started the program.
That is extremely impressive. What was the competition that you guys competed in last week?
We played in the Reefscape competition at St. Louis Regionals, which is one of the major competitions throughout the world for FIRST Robotics. FIRST Robotics is a school-oriented program that gets kids into STEM through building robots. It goes all the way down into kindergarten, all the way through senior year of high school. They build various sizes of robots. The little kids, of course, start with Legos. Junior high students build a smaller, still metal robot, but much smaller than what we build here at the high school. And then this year, our robot could weigh up to 115 pounds. So it's an industrial-sized machine that we actually build here.
And how did you guys do?
We finished 22nd out of 46, which is in the top half, which is pretty average for us, but we did make a huge jump forward in our technological capabilities this year.
Yeah, I heard you guys updated the movement system.
Correct. The drive system on the bottom of the robot is called a swerve drive, so each wheel rolls independently from the others, and then we can also turn those wheels on an independent axis, so we can basically make the robot spin in a circle at the middle of it instead of driving in a circle like you would a car.
Can you tell us more about the creation process that you guys go through for the robot?
It's basic engineering design. So we get a really bad computer animated video in about a 300-page rule book on a Saturday in January, and they say go. And we have a deadline. This year, the deadline was March 12th to get it done. And we had to do that, including we missed the 2 days for our 2 weeks for snow days, and then we missed a week and a half of build time because of all the snow. We ended up not getting our parts on time, so we ended up 3.5 weeks short on time this year just because of the weather, and we still made our deadline.
Pretty impressive.
We try.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Nope, it'd just be nice to have people come out and watch us. All the competitions are free and open to the public, and we can't wait to see what comes next.
That's actually really important information. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm standing here with Miss Pagano. Miss Pagano, how long have you been with the robotics team?
Well, this is actually my first full year with the robotics team. Last year I kind of came on at the end, and I was starting to kind of see what was going on and learning, and then I took it on full time this year.
So what challenges have you, the team, or just like robotics overall faced this year?
This year we faced some challenges with our new swerve drive. Our autonomous, so when the robot's running and it's by itself, it wasn't working correctly at our regional competition this past week. And so it broke the drive shaft twice when it was in autonomous. So that was one of the big difficulties that we've really focused on since we've gotten back from regionals.
I am with
Rolf Henneberg.
On robotics. Can you walk us through the key components of the robot?
Oh, God. So first you start with the drive system. Something you need to know about a robot is it takes 2 operators, one to drive and one to actually use the top of the robot. Start with the drive system. This year we have swerve drive, so instead of having tank tracks, it goes all over the place however you want it to. And then on top you'll have your main components. This year it was like coral reef themed, so we had to find a way to move around an 18-inch kickball ball around the arena, and we also had to figure out how to climb a hanging box, which was interesting. But all of that is taken care of by the second operator, known as the operator.
I'm standing here with
Ellie Miller.
from robotics. Can you describe us your role on the robotics team?
So I am currently one of the programmers, but all of us help out all around with everything that's ever needed. So I could one day be programming, the next day helping with the bot, the next day just helping like fundraise or like make posters and stuff like that.
And then there's also Swerve Drive down here. This is a brand new function. I had a lot to do with programming this. We had to modify this. Instead of having super hard wheels, we had to get squishy wheels into here so we could actually pick it up better. We've also had to make modifications such as replacing the IMU down here so we can get better accuracy on our driving systems. And then there's also, we started in CAD, computer aided design. CAD is a very useful program to get a lot of this stuff figured out before we actually build it onto the robot. We can design it all and get measurements and get proper everything all lined up and everything, so we can just copy off the design after the fact. And we can do simulation things with that, like simulate how that robot actually works inside of from that 3D model.
In high schools everywhere, a silent epidemic is unfolding, one that doesn't make noise but leaves a visible trace in bathroom stalls and locker rooms. Vaping, once marked as a safer alternative to smoking, has taken a firm hold among teenagers, raising alarms among educators, parents, and health officials. We now play a public service announcement courtesy of our friends over at the Dragon Broadcasting Channel, or D.B.C.
I sure do love not vaping.
It is great, isn't it?
Hey! They're not vaping. Get 'em, boys!
I've come from the future. Vaping is bad. Here's 5 reasons why. First of all, it contains nicotine, which is highly addictive. Second, the nicotine in vapes can harm brain development in children. Third, the aerosol in vapes contain cancer-causing chemicals. Fourth, kids who vape are more likely to smoke later in life. Finally, vaping can harm parts of the brain that control attention, impulse control, mood, and learning. This, kids, is why vaping is bad.
Scram!
Thanks again to our friends over at D.B.C. for shining a light on this very serious issue.
And that concludes this week's DNN.
Me and Mr. Brown really hope that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below, hit subscribe, and share this video with your friends.
See you next time.